Hello, Silver Tubers. It's Mr. Z coming to you from the Silver Pouring Bench. I've got a lot to get done tonight, so we're going to try to keep this moving. I got some pickups today from the LCS. Set those to the side. I got some pours that I did this morning. Set those to the side. We're going to get to the unboxings first. I got two unboxings. This one's from Sagan. We did a trade, and so I wanted one of his signature pieces, and he wanted one of mine, so we're going to open up the package very carefully. Oh, must have slipped out of the, there we go. Get that off to the side. We got a, handmade 999 fine silver sticker. That ought to go good in the back window of the Subaru. It's a reverse sticker, so we'll get that up. We got a package here. With the Mad Monkey sticker. That's so cool. Oh man, I love this stuff. And we got a COA, M Sagan 75. I hereby certify that this piece was proudly hand poured in 999 fine silver, weight 1.5 ounces, by Mike Sagan. There's all his contact information. You can pause it and jot that down if you want to. Got a note here. It says, Mr. Z, thank you again for doing this trade. It's an honor to finally have one of your pieces in my collection. I hope you enjoy the piece as much as I know that I'm going to enjoy mine. Thanks again. Take care, brother. Mike. And here is the piece, and it is everything I hoped it would be. It is the Mad Monkey. I love that. Just a cool piece. I love it. Stamped on the back with the stamp and 999 fine silver. Very cool piece. They'll go good in the community box. So, which is overflowing now. I need to get a bigger box. So, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. With the black velvet pouch. And we're going to throw that back in the black velvet pouch. I placed an order with Provident, and see if we can get this open without damaging anything. I had kind of taken a break from collecting the Queen's Beast and a few of the other ones, and so they announced that October 1st and 2nd was the last you were going to be able to buy, I think it was the Red Dragon of Wales, and the introduction of the unicorn, Scottish unicorn, and I thought I'll just wait, order them both, and get my free shipping. So let's pull this out of here, and there's a couple of packages. I think I got some airtights or some such nonsense. There's lots of packing material in there, and we appreciate your business. Humma, humma, humma. Not 100% satisfied. Thank you, from the People's Bullion Dealer. I like ordering from Provident, mostly because they do the military preference, which I greatly appreciate. There's all kinds of packing cardboard in here. Alright, that looks like it's it. So we'll open the small package first. This probably is airtights, because some of the pieces, the double thick ones, yeah, there we go, airtights right there. So got the airtights. Let's see what came in the bigger package. Can't remember what all I ordered. I just remember I ordered quite a spackling. Well, I remember what it was that I needed. It was the, oh, there's my order. Hey, a magnet. Ooh, the Nordic Creature series, which I don't collect. There we go. There is the Red Dragon of Wales, and I mistakenly ordered this to fill the order. I now have 2 of these. Oh well. And there's a third one sitting on my desk at work. So I might offer this up to somebody if they want it. I don't know. I might keep it. We shall see. But this is the reason that I was ordering, was the Unicorn of Scotland. And I think it is a wonderful design. I love the chainmail finish in the background. I love the shield. It is a beautiful piece. Just marvelous. I'm a huge fan of this series. Monster fan of this series. I've collected all of them, and I like especially the radial lines on the obverse with the Queen. That radial background breaks up the what would normally be a plain field, and so I don't see any problems with it. I'm not a loop guy, so I'm not going to go over it with a loop, but it is shiny and beautiful, and that's one of my big things, is if I'm going to order a coin, I want it shiny and beautiful. So there's that. And then these were the next 2 to order, the Famine series, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse series. I picked up the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse series, and this is the Black Horse of Famine. I think this was what they announced, that there was going to be a cutoff date for one of them. That's the Black Horse of Famine, and this is the Red Horse of War. And I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to have to buy it on the secondary market, but they are marvelously struck, and the very proof-like fields. Thoroughly impressed with what they did. And so I think it's a good series. You know, I'm not much into series, but once I start one, I try to keep going. I'm on a limited budget, but I try to keep going. And so that is my order from Provident Metals, my preferred metal supplier. Today's pickups at the LCS, I got kind of nostalgic, and I've realized that I got caught up in precious metals, and I'm missing a lot of American history. I did pick up an A-Mark Chunky. It was laying on my desk. He saves them for me because he knows I like the A-Mark Chunkies, and so I don't know how many I have now, but I've got a pretty good spackling of them. So A-Mark Chunky, but I said, darn the precious metals. I want some history. So here's what I picked up. I picked up an 1853 large cent, which I think is a beautiful example of American history. And this one is in very good condition, except for there's a little punch hole right there, which I hadn't noticed when I picked it up, but I don't care. I picked up an 1864 2 cent, which has the shield back, and then has very, very clean 2 cent with the wreath in the United States of America. And then I picked up the 1867 3 cent, and the back is very, just plain 3, Roman numeral 3. I like that. Very simple. I picked up an 1883 5 cent, which I think is a very, while simplistic design, clean. And I did notice that several of these coins say "In God We Trust" on them. Clear black clear back in the 1850s and 1860s. The coinage said, "In God We Trust," which I find very interesting. That it hasn't been 200 years plus that we started putting "In God We Trust" on our currency. That it went back much farther than that. I know that we didn't put it on our bills until later, but our coinage certainly had it. And so I'm working on trying to collect the evolution of the cent. Now I understand that there are some missing ones. I had a 1849 half cent, but when we looked up the price on that, I had to pass on that one. And then I also couldn't pass up a golden, a 2.5 golden, where there was such definition in the hair. 1933, 2.5 golden, 50%. But the definition in this coin was just amazing. I could not pass it up, and it's just in marvelous shape. So that'll look great in the coin book. 1933. And so lastly, I have a few offerings of my own. These are just laying on the workbench. I have a 1 ounce button that's actually about 36 grams. If you're interested, let me know. I haven't even stamped the back yet. I just stamped the top. I have 2 more of the hammered bars. These were poured into different molds, and if you notice, these are the classic stamp, the original Mr. Zeke stamp rather than the newer one. One is longer than the other because I poured them in 2 different molds. The top one I have polished via Flitz and Dremel. The bottom one I have, there you go, 1 ounce Troy. And the bottom one I have left au naturel as it came out of the mold. But if you want it polished, just let me know. I'll be glad to take a little time, hit it with the Dremel and clean it up, get a nice nice glowing shine on it. But those are available for anyone who might want it. I'll leave my email address and a link down below. In the meantime, it's back to work tomorrow for me. So it's been a good weekend off where I didn't have any responsibilities. And I appreciate everybody watching, and I appreciate everybody subscribing and making comments on the videos. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a wonderful week coming up, and I look forward to watching the videos. So cheers, everybody. It's Mr. Zeke from the Silver Pouring Bench.